Hello, welcome to the continuous coverage of the Ghana Premier League, proudly produced by Adesa Productions Limited. We're live on Onyet TV. We're also live on TV3 as well as Max TV. It's match day 12 of the only league that matters, the Ghana Premier League. And we are coming to you live from the Barbayara Sports Stadium, where there's a crunch Sunday special fixture here, because Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they returned back home after that defeat to Basaki Holy Stars not long ago. That's during midweek, and they'll be taking on Medeama Sporting Club in this big encounter. My name is Josiah Okukwe. I'll be your host for today. Don't forget that we are proudly powered by Dewa 539. Let me tell you a bit about Dewa 539, because if you want to end your day like a champion each day, let's say around 7 p.m. each day, then all you have to do is to choose the numbers between 1 to 39 with the all stacked in your favor, and you can win big. So you can multiply your stake by 5,000, that's with a 4 direct, and then also by whooping 50,000, that's with a 5 direct, when all your numbers just match with the win and draw results. Play now and fill your wallet with some cash. Just dial *446# or visit dewa-nla.com to play and win today. Like I said, temperatures rising up close to 30 degrees Celsius, and it's just a beautiful weather for association football. Don't forget to follow the Ghana Premier League across the various social media platforms. On Instagram, on X, and then also on Snapchat is Ghana League, and then on YouTube, Facebook, as well as on TikTok, it's Ghana Premier League. Now let me introduce my guest to you, who is right here with me at pitch side, and we'll get the talks going. Jeffrey, welcome to the show.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, another beautiful day, but let's zoom straight into some action yesterday at the University of Ghana Stadium, where it was Hearts of Oak picking a big win over Vision FC.
Well, for Hearts of Oak, the decision to go to Legon, if you don't understand it, at least the result is anything to go by. That was a very difficult game for them. They created chances, but unfortunately, they couldn't bury most. They had a wonderful goal. George Paco corner kick, Ali headed, and then why you saying he also headed into the net, and that was the only goal. Before that, you realize that Hamza Issa's wonderful drive that came off Ridwan, that went into a corner. And then also Ametepe's beautiful, excellent save from George Paco. So they had good chances, and they were able, at least the most important is they were able to beat the needed 3 points in the game.
There were talks about Hearts of Oak moving that home venue from the Accra Sports Stadium all the way to the University of Ghana Stadium due to spirituality reasons. But do you side with that, and did it really pay off yesterday?
Well, the most important, they've gotten the 3 points, but time will tell whether the reason makes sense or not. So, but at least the most important thing is they needed the 3 points badly. Hearts of Oak has won only 4 games ahead of yesterday's game. Now they've won 5 games, drawn 6. I mean, that is not good for a team that want to compete and win the league. So the most important, they've gotten the 3 points. Let's see whether subsequent games will also produce such results at the University of Ghana venue.
But then, Mauli, while you're getting the goal, how crucial was that for Hearts of Oak, especially looking at the fact that they are attackers are not banging in the goals?
Yes, I mean, they are not. They need to be more clinical, and also the final decision making is the major problem they need to improve and work upon. But even yesterday, like I said, look, Hamza Issa, the drive that Ridwan used the body to block that went to corner, and then also George Paco's wonderful shot that goalkeeper Ametepe was able to save. What it means is that they are creating the chances, they are bringing the best. I think that with time, they should be able to be getting the goals at the University of Ghana Park.
All right, so Sunday special from the Barbayara Sports Stadium, if I should put it. Kumasi Asante Kotoko taking on Medeama Sporting Club. We are still counting down to kick off, but then that was the game yesterday, and Agbasi was unplayable again in the absence of Benjamin Asari. Jeffrey, he gets the job done.
Well, that's why if you want to be a competitive and quality team, you must have every position have at least 2 quality players. And Agbasi have shown that, listen, when Benjamin Asari is not there, there's no wide gap between him and Benjamin Asari. He is the one that will give Benjamin Asari a good run for him. And it's good for Benjamin Asari because you need a goalkeeper that will push you for you to improve and become better.
All right, so we're still building up to the big Sunday special game from the Barbayara Sports Stadium. It's Kumasi Asante Kotoko taking on Medeama Sporting Club. For now, we are headed for a break. We'll be right back with more.
Changing, so should you. with Puma drinks. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we set oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
I want to watch the match.
Oh, even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Don Bote? He screamed the stadium. Osaiku for the general, lifting up trophies. Stephen Odro was orchestrating the game. The legends of yesterday, they have paved way for the heroes of today. Do you know the Ghana Premier League?
No, Dad.
It's our game, it's our pride. And you watch it now live every weekend from now on.
Catch the Ghana Premier League live this and every weekend.
Once upon a time, in the heart of Ghana, a vision was born. A vision to manufacture and serve the people of Ghana and the world with exceptional alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. This vision became the foundation of Casa Precon PLC, a true embodiment of passion, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Our story begins with a humble garage facility where our founder, Dr. Kwabna Ejay, dared to dream big.
I started with only 5 people, 5 people, and everything was then done manually. For 5 years, it was only this tank that we are using. We're using our hand to do the threading, do the labeling. We're cooking the bottles manually with hot water and boiling our bottle with firewood. I used to put my hand in the hot water and give it to the ladies to wash.
Fueled by an unwavering determination, he embarked on a journey to create a company that would not only redefine the beverage industry, but also uplift the lives of the people it served. With limited resources, but boundless ambition, Dr. Ejay started experimenting with the finest local ingredients, meticulously crafting unique recipes that would captivate the senses. Every day was a learning experience, a step closer to perfection. Through trials and triumphs, he transformed the garage into a laboratory of taste, innovation, and quality. As the word spread about our remarkable beverages, the demand grew exponentially. From the humble beginnings, Casa Precon PLC expanded its operations, investing in a state-of-the-art production facilities and assembling a team of passionate experts. Our commitment to excellence drove us to pioneer groundbreaking techniques and technologies, ensuring that every bottle that left our facility was a testament to our unwavering standards. But our journey doesn't stop there. Casa Precon PLC is more than a beverage manufacturer. It is a catalyst for positive change. Guided by the belief that businesses should serve a greater purpose, we launched the One for Life campaign, a revolutionary initiative focused on saving lives and spreading hope.
Where every bottle you purchase, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. And as the last 2 years, our contribution has saved 53 patients.
Additionally, we extend support to vulnerable communities through the donation of mechanized boreholes, enhancing access to clean water. The impact of the One for Life campaign is profound. It goes beyond just the financial contribution. It creates a ripple effect of hope and healing within communities. Today, Casa Precon PLC stands tall as a respected name in the beverage industry, proudly bearing the legacy of its founders' humble beginnings. We continue to innovate, crafting an extensive portfolio of exceptional alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks that cater to the diverse taste and preferences of our customers. But our success is not measured solely by profits or market share. It is measured by the smiles we bring, the lives we touch, and the positive impact we make. We remain committed to our roots, embracing our responsibility to uplift communities and empower individuals through sustainable business practices and impactful initiatives. As we journey forward, we invite you to be a part of our story, a story that celebrates the spirit of Ghana, the power of innovation, and the boundless potential of humanity. Together, let us raise a glass to a brighter future, one filled with great beverages, heartfelt connections, and a shared commitment to making a positive difference in the world. This is the story of Casa Preco PLC, a story of passion, purpose, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Cheers to the journey ahead.
Welcome back. Sunday special from the Babaya Sports Stadium. Match day 12 of the Ghana Premier League. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they are back here for the first time in 11 days after they beat Young Apostles by 2-1. And they are taking on a title contender, Medeama Sporting Club. I'm still here with my guest, Jeffrey Asari. But we'll have to run through the fixtures coming up. Also, some games are being played concurrently. But then also yesterday, Accra Hearts of Oak, they just rolled the curtains up on match day 12 with a win. It was a slender win against Vision FC, but then the games continue today, where Swedro Blacks will be taking on Young Apostles, the other games as well. Basake Holy Stars against Nations FC, and then also Brekum Chelsea taking on FC Samatex in 1996. So quite a number of games. 11 Wonders, they play tomorrow against Dreams FC. But then our featured game for today is at the Babaya Sports Stadium, where we currently are. Kumasi Asante Kotoko taking on Medeama. And there you see Medeama lying third, then Kumasi Asante Kotoko fifth. Jeffrey, what does this mean to these two sides?
Well, it's very crucial. Medeama needs the win to be able to go on top of the league table if they want to be in strong contention. For Asante Kotoko, they also need to win because they are fit They are fit. They are 20 points. They need to win to make sure that the competition in terms of points, they are not left much apart. And so it's a big game. Kotoko has lost again, but is that they are only lost so far. How do they bounce back? They need to bounce back in front of their fans by making sure that they pick the needed 3 points. So this game, there are high stakes.
But what needs to change for Kotoko? For the first time this season, on Wednesday, they tasted defeat. It was an outstanding game, but it was a game where they should have scored more per what we saw.
Well, the challenge for the Kotoko team, that the game against Basel, Kotoko should have been 4-1 up before even Prince Trinidad had a winning goal. So the problem, their credit chance, they are not converting. That's the major problem as Kotoko. They are not converting their chance. Against Samatex, first 35 minutes, they controlled the game, created chances. Peter Amidoaka was corporate. They have to learn to convert chances. That's what football is all about. Medeama is also the same. Medeama against the Adriana Stade Doma, they had the chances, they wasted it. Medeama against Bechem, they had a chance, they wasted the last minute. They nearly paid the price for that. You understand? So it's about the conversion of chance. That's the two major problems confronting these two teams in this fixture.
But then you've spoken about conversion of chances, which has been the bane of these two sides. We have a 3-top up against the 2-top. So you have Donzo partnering Kwame Poku, and then also for Medeama, it's Salam Fojo, and then Kelvin Nkrumah, who has gained some national recognition. What could be the difference between these two sets of attacking lineup?
I think with Kotoko, you have a prolific and instinctive striker. He just needs to be consistent in Kwame Poku. In Baseke, he scored, he equalized for Asante Kotoko. So you have a prolific striker in him. Donzo is not consistent, but he works so much. Peter Midwakwa, he should learn to make sure that he time his runs very well, know when to release ball, know when to shoot on target, and should always be making sure that he is always controlling the game very well. He doesn't lose possession cheaply. For Kevin Nkrumah, the problem is the same. Kevin Nkrumah, you need to forge. They will do all the dribbles, great skills, creativity, open space up, but the finishing, the clinical finishing is their problem, has been their bane. The major bane of, look, you watch against Samatex, the game they drew, you watch the game against Bechem. The problem is they will create chances, Medeama will create chances, but the conversion rate is very low. If they want to win the league title, they have to. Football is about, at the end of 90 minutes, it's about putting the ball at the back of the net, which they are struggling.
But let's talk a bit about history, because in the same fixture last season, it was a 3-2 win for the Porcupine Warriors. The last time Medeama got a win here was 2 years ago. It was actually in March 2023.
Yeah.
What should they do today to get a win?
Well, when Kotoko won last year, it was a hat trick by Medeama, is no more.
Yeah.
So today, these players have to step up and make sure that, look, they make their presence in the starting 11 count. It is very important, because for Kotoko, they can't lose back-to-back games to still be in contention. They need to make sure that at least they pick the 3 valuable points, but it's not going to come easy. If they want to win, they need to play above themselves, and Medeama will give them a good run. Medeama has always performed very spectacular when it comes to Kumasi Sports Stadium.
But then what are we looking at tactically? 4-3-3, 4-4-2 flat. We know how pragmatic Kaimsito can be. Is it going all out, or he would want to be very, very careful?
He will want to be very, very careful. We are playing against Medeama, but Kevin Nkrumah, there's 4 joining the team. You don't go all out like that. You have to be very tactful. And they are going to, the Medeama are going to use the flanks very effectively. They'll be very quick. Prince Owusu will be excellent short driver. He loved that. Fuzi Taylor will be making sure he's stopping all the runs, initiating the attack, making sure that visionary passes are coming for him. And Kotoko, you have Hubert. Hubert is the main man. Adabo will sit. Hubert, brilliant player by all standard. His ability to pick the ball, pass, initiate attack, and then also scoring where it matters more. Today, he needs to be locating Kwame Poku. He is the main man. He is the clinical finisher. He's the goal poacher. He's the one they need to supply the balls to a lot today if Kotoko want to get a win.
But which 2 players are making a difference for either side, quickly?
Well, for Medeama, I mean, I think that Fuzi Taylor will always be my man in the team. And then for Asante Kotoko, it's a centre-back, Samba.
Interesting. All right, so that's Jeffrey Asari, my guest at pitch side. We're still building up to kick off here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Kumasi Asante Kotoko taking on Medeama Sporting Club. We are headed for another commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. on TV3 as well as on Max TV. But we need to catch up with the coaches, listen to what you're saying ahead of the crunch fixture.
Well, that is why football is a game that's good for you to do, because it always gives you another opportunity to either make amendments or to improve upon your previous work. Yes, as you said, the last week game wasn't good for us. We were all sad. The supporters were sad. We were also sad. So we all planned to come all out today and then make amendments. Already, our target is to win the league. It's not too late. We can't do that without winning all matches. So today is it's a different ball game together for us, Kotoko.
So both, and I think when you are playing a league that you want to win, definitely you must go every time for win. So we are not here to, just play. We are here to win business. That's why we are here. The game is going to be tactical. I am sure both sides are, playing teams. We have a very good weather, very good pitch. So let's hope that we give the fans a very good football.
Ibrahim Tanko is the gaffer for Medeama Sporting Club. He believes they have what it takes, to upset Kotoko here and pick up win for the first time in over 2 years. But for Karim Zito, he has his eyes fixated on the prize, and that's the arrival of the Porcupine Warriors, that grand buzz there, and that's how they made it into the arena. A place they call home, a place they call fortress, and that's also the dressing room. But then also that's the attires lined up for the Porcupines. And that is how colorful it looks, all red for them. Their traditional red jerseys, and that's what they'll be donning today. And that's for Medeama Sporting Club. All the way from Takwa, they made it into the city, and that's how they arrived at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Again, led by the head coach, Ibrahim Tanko, who is also keen on making history with this team, but then the players as well. Just getting off the bus, and they also look ready and poised for action here, and they would also be hoping to get their first win here since March 2023. And they'll be going with their traditional away jerseys. They are the mauve and yellow, so they'll be wearing yellow today in this away game. That's Medeama Sporting Club. Salim Adams will also be featuring alongside Prince Owusu in midfield, and then also Fuzi Taylor, and those that's the kit they'll be wearing for this crunch game here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Babil will be on the bench. He scored a hat-trick in their 4-1 win against Rospark in the FA Cup. There's Nyako also on the bench, and then also Manuel Mate, who is currently also on the bench. So interestingly, I was still here, and we can't wait to get these two teams just squared off here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Sunday special here. Kumasi Asante Kotoko taking on Medeama Sporting Club. But quickly, Jeff, big game. Both defenses would also be hoping that they could get something done. But then that's the warm-up for both teams. That's how they warmed up, and rigorous warm-up for them, because it's always goals in this game. There's always goals in this game, isn't it?
Of course, there will always be. Because this is the two teams that play spectacular football. They create opportunity, they create openings. So, if you're able to take advantage of the opening that both teams will create, of course, there will be a goal. And like we are saying, Yusuf Mubarak is back to pair against Jacob Mensah, there's Kamadini Mahmoudou, and there is Desmond Bafo.
Thank you very much. I will have to join the feed now. Our commentator for the day is Benjamin Willie Graham. See you after the first 45.
Hello everyone, and good afternoon to Kumasi and all the environment here. And we are here for the week 12 of the Ghana Premier League. It's a very exciting day here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Pretty much warm skies, calm winds, a perfect canvas for the drama of the Ghana Premier League. The pitch, as usual, glistens under a soft 4 p.m. sun, promising 45 minutes of pure unfettered passion. And so we're looking forward to a very exciting match between the two top teams in the Ghana Premier League. It is Kumasi Asante Kotoko obviously coming back into this game with a defeat to Basake Holy Stars, and Medeama also drawing at home to Bechem United. But the two sides know that they really have a huge work to do this afternoon. If there's any chance of any of them getting the opportunity to play a huge role in terms of moving up on the Ghana Premier League log. Coach Karim Zito making it clear that almost everybody wants to beat Kotoko, and also indicating that the team did not really play well. They played a very much good football, but putting the ball in the back of the net was pretty much a very difficult thing for them to do. This is football, and of course, defensively, Kumasi Asante Kotoko need to actually be a bit sharper and find a way to get themselves back. And so across that pitch, there is Medeama SC Warriors in their own right, bold, disciplined, unafraid, and champions forged and grit. They are ready to challenge the Storm of Kumasi and write their own chapter beneath this iconic moment here at the Babayara Sports Stadium. Week 12 of the Ghana Premier League has brought us to a moment where thick and expectation, a clash of giants, a duel of ambition, where once decision certainly will spark some bit of an excitement and a balance in the Premier League table there, as Medeama AC look forward to seeing how best they can also catapult themselves up on the Premier League. They're currently sitting fourth and having as many as 22 points and having won just about 5 or 6 of the matches in the Premier League. Kumasi Asante Kotoko now 6th with 5 wins, 5 draws, just 1 defeat, and that came in a match against Basake Holy Stars. But that certainly would have to change if they have any chance of making any impact in this afternoon's game against Medeama SC. There's always been talk about how the two sides will be coming in the first half. Obviously, we'll be drawing in some exciting moments. The Kumasi Asante Kotoko fans have actually asked a lot of questions about whether the team is potent enough to make any impact in the Premier League. And so they come into this game having make 2 changes. Baba Yaya, who started the match against Basake Holy Stars, on 3 yellow cards and so suspended for this game. And also Patrick Asiedu is also out for Joseph Amwa. And so the team will continue to have faith in Morphine Donso, the Guinean striker, who scored his very early goal in the Ghana Premier League against Accra Hearts of Oak at the Accra Sports Stadium. And so they'll continue with the same fine form. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko will keep in faith in their goalkeeper, Mohamed Kamara, will save the penalty in the Week 10 match against Samatex all the way in Samaraboy. And so this is Kumasi Asante Kotoko coming to this game, looking forward to a very exciting moment there. And their stripes, they're all in red with Kamara in white as well. And so they definitely would have something exciting to give their fans this afternoon. Referee for this afternoon's game is Alex Amwabeng as a center referee. He'll be assisted in line 1 there by Abraham Pate Tete, and assistant referee 2 is Philip Amwa. The 4th official is Theophilus Entry Sechi. The Manchester there is Ziga Christine Yunam. Pretty much looking to these interesting individuals there. And so you have Samba O'Neill as the captain for the side there, Mubarak Yusuf as the captain for Medeama SC. And so they also come into this game. Just, one change. Richard Apia, who yesterday had to bury his dad in Offenso, is the only absentee in the starting lineup there of Medeama SC. And so they all just make 1 change, and they have to give faith in their India striker, Prince Owusu. But obviously starting in midfield is Salim Adams, and Abdul Salam also playing his role there. But Kamaruddin Mamadou is also going to be an exciting addition there at the left full back position there for Medeama SC. And they go with a 4-3-3 formation this afternoon. And so this is Medeama SC, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And this is the mauve and yellow side there from Takwa all the way down in the western region, back in Kumasi here to make a change.
With so many injury concerns, they played too many games, fatigue setting in, but for Medeama, it's the prize, the ultimate prize still within sight, and they'll be hoping that they can win it. And we should really expect 2 teams to go at each other. None will relent, and I think we could see goals here this afternoon.
Oh, the most exciting there for Kumasi Asante Kotoko is to have Kwame Poku back in there, set up there. Ibrahim Tanko is a man who's been making a lot of changes there for the team Medeama SC, and hoping at least he'll be able to make an impact in the Premier League leg for his side. So they will continue to have the moment in the game there, both sides. This is definitely going to be an interesting time there for both sides. It's starting here at the Babayara Sports Stadium. This is the first half, where passion awakens, pride takes center stage here, and football finds its poetry here at the Babayara Stadium. Kotoko making the first incursion. Kwampoku, who sat down on the bench and now gets opportunity. A ball swung into the box there. Felix Che comes out and collects this, but he also has been impeded in a 6-yard area, and so definitely needs to be attended to. Just about 30 seconds of the game already gone here, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko having the very, very early incursion in the half of Medeama SC.
Really intent, really intent. Just look at that swamping, that Medeama defensive line. Look at that simple ball to the wide area, that crossbar. It was a bit feeble. See Donzo trying to get close. Looking at that game against Indiana where they considered very early and they had to chase that game, and that's what they'll be hoping for, but that wasn't bad.
Well, again, it's a very difficult scenario there to have the goalkeeper. And incidentally, you have one former Kumasi Asante goalkeeper in Isaac Amwakon. The technical area there of Medeama SC, and Kwame Poku really has missed lots and lot of games there for Kumasi Asante Kotoko this season. But he comes in this time to start against Medeama SC. Defensively, Kotoko will need to be a bit sharper. And having conceded in 3 consecutive home matches offensively, they have scored 12 goals in 11 matches there, the Pokemon Warriors. Kotoko may have a chance now. It's Jehu with a strike there has been blocked. Medeama will now quickly have to take the game straight down to the Pokemon Warriors there. And you want to see a little bit of a run there by Kelvin Nkrumah. Ball again taken off his feet. And Kotoko making an incursion for Amidu Akwa find Jehu. And now the Pokemon Warriors and see Amidu Akwa just going ahead of the ball there. And Kelvin Nkrumah wins it back for the mauve and yellow side. Bit of a jittery moment there for the two sides in terms of thinking the box among themselves just in front of their own half. And then Nkrumah here trying to square one deep into the half of Kotoko. Kamara Mapi will have to leave that one to Samba O'Neill. Jehu has been always coming to play a part at the heart of midfield there for Kotoko, sometimes being a little bit offensive, but defensively he's able to cover up and help his teammates in sweeping things at the back. Slalom run there from Jehu. Goes to ground there. Thought he might have been clipped just on the 18-yard box area. And Cozy Taylor there in control for Medeama. Salam Adam, just ball taken away from him. Abdul Salam. It's going to be Kumasi Asante for moving Lord. Now and finds space, and a little bit of a run there by Inusa Adam. Finds Kwampoku, putting back control well. Absolutely, yeah. It's been a very tough game there. Anytime Kotoko and Medeama do clash in any Premier League or perhaps any competition, is always a tough one there for both sides. Mubarak. And Salim Adams back to Mubarak. And again, it's been a lovely play there for Medeama SC. And the Hail Mary pass there down to the left-hand side looking for Nkrumah. Couldn't quite get to him. Now Medeama certainly will be looking to get something going. Trying to win back possession. Margin and now Nkrumah here charging forward. It's Medeama. Possession won beautifully there by the Pokemon Warriors, and unfortunately he's not really cleared away. He's been squared into the far pass, and now this one comes in. Beautiful, beautiful goal there for Medeama. Wow, Abdul Salam gets the very, very first goal there for the visitors. Medeama SC. It was a lovely ball there from Kelvin Nkrumah, and what? Half volley, and Medeama half open the scoring here against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And now they lead by a goal to nil. tell you what, Derry Forger came in to replace Richard Appiah, and he scored the very first goal there. And this is an exciting moment for the man sporting attention there for Medeama SC. Salam with that cheeky pass there for him. And this man just latching on the right foot, getting the first goal there for Medeama SC. They talk about the defensive failures of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, having conceded 12 goals in 11 matches, and now they have conceded 13 goals in 12 matches in the Premier League. That tells you Kumasi Asante Kotoko do have a very, very porous defense currently in the Ghana Premier League. Medeama did arrive here in Kumasi in a bit of a star there. Very confident after winning 4-1 against Roseback FC in the MTN FA Cup, which really boosted their morale ahead of this particular match. And Ibrahim Tako also believes that the cup result provides his players with some bit of momentum there. They have a free kick. That was a free kick there. Kumasi Asante Kotoko need to find a way to get themselves back in. Well, again, we'll have to try this from a very long range there, Medeama SC, and really coming back into the game there, Prince Owusu with that strike. Let's talk about the Premier League there, and we take a look at the Kumasi Asante Kotoko on the side in this particular game. Medeama SC really have recorded 6 wins, 4 draws, and 1 defeat, scoring 15 goals. And now this one makes it 16 goals. And they have conceded 6. Marching Kotoko defensively, but the two sides have met 6 times since November 2022. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko have 3 wins. Medeama only winning once against Kotoko, and 2 of those matches have been a draw. And the most recent saw Kotoko edge out Medeama on a 3-2 win. That was June 1st, 2025. Ever since they had to let go Amwa, it has been difficult for them to do so. And Inusa Adams here trying to control things. Possession back now to Lord Amwa. Find space there to Gabo. Possession back to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Lord Amwa here into the box now. Squares one in, and it's going to talk about the handball scenario. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, will that be given? The referee trying to have a little word there with the assistant referee. Well, again, it's a Medeama player really on the pitch there, and it has to be attended to. But Kumasi Asante Kotoko screaming for handball there. Referee Alex Mwabeng just right on the action there, and so decided to allow the game to go on. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the first corner kick of the day, and goal was scored in the 5th minute there against Kumasi Asante Kotoko by Forjo. The Porcupine Warriors will have to find a way to come themselves into the game. Left-footed ball into the box into the Asante. Just couldn't find a way to deal with it. Medeama really have to turn defense into attack now. They try to put the ball straight into the path of Nkrumah. 10 minutes already gone there, and so Kotoko nil, Medeama 1. Forger with a goal in the 5th minute. Medeama will have to clear things. Salim Adams switching play down to the right-hand side, picks up the goal scorer. Counts out Forger. Will have to be whipped into the box there by Medeama SC. They confidently shooting the ball just among themselves and protecting something beautifully. The goalkeeper would have to be called into action, and Kampoku moving down to attack Felix Che. Now we have to move into the box now. It's Joe in the box, squares one in, and Kotoko just against the side post. Well, again, it was a lovely piece of work there from Joe, and Marvin Jones, who couldn't quite connect well, and Medeama SC escaping that.
Yeah, about, competent moment forward. And just for a second, we saw about 3 players in the box for Kotoko, and that's what you want from them. When you're chasing the game, you just need to take some risk, and it's all about putting players in certain strategic positions, and we saw that ball from Joe. That was a very, very dangerous ball.
Nkrumah here for Medeama. Definitely going to be a foul here, and of course against Asante, there's a lot of double. Double is being fouled here. It's been penalized there for that late tackle. And was it Taylor?
A bit late from a double.
That's going to be a foul here, but Inusa Adams being pushed down. A foul here, and again, Asante got to push in very hard there, and so just went baffled, just committed a foul there, left foot back for Medeama. Inusa. Joe trying to go solo, but again, it's been collected there by Felix Che.
Such a tricky player. Joe, whenever he's in the box, just look at that. Has very little space, but he has that ability to also control in very tight spaces. Managed to unleash that one for they could close him down, but there was a feeble effort.
It's been an opening game there between the two sides there, but it's Medeama really having a very exciting moment there. So for Joe, the goal scorer, trying to charge forward there, and Prince Owusu also playing a part there. The teams are trying to look for some bit of spaces behind the back line. So far, it's Asante and Kotoko really have had some very exciting chances. And look at Amu Mensah. Nkrumah brought down here by a double. Be very careful, he's already committed 2 fouls. So just latching on that one. Quarter of an hour played here at the Babayara Stadium, the match day 12 of the Ghana Premier League. So far, it's the visitors, Medeama SC, who have the first lap with a beautiful goal there by Kojo. Oh, lovely piece of work there from left foot by Bafo. Medeama now beginning to find space and move forward. Oh, it's looking for the goal scorer now. Asante going to go in trouble now, and the penalty has been given. Medeama do have a penalty. What a moment there for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That piece of work. Now the magic has been happening. And Medeama SC do have this for Prince Owusu. 1-2 and in the box there. Turn around there. Oh yes, he caught him. Absolutely. That was a contact. There was a contact. Referee was right there and got that one right. This is what the foul there. But that has been given, and Medeama may have a chance to go 2 goals up against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Well, the fans are elated. The fans of Kumasi Asante Kotoko can't just believe their eyes. What is happening to the team? They are really collapsing very early. He saved the penalty, and Samatex the death there, but here comes him against the captain for Medeama, Mubarak Yusuf. Can he save this one in Kumasi?
It doesn't matter if he could just stay composed and just convert this one, but it's a huge moment in this game.
Tell you what, Samba O'Neill committed a foul there, and so this man is just absolutely excited there for Medeama SC. Just behind him, the Kotoko fans. They are pretty much quiet there watching this game because they're really not happy about the decision that has really gone against them. And I tell you what, it is a captain for Medeama SC. Really will have a chance now to see if we can get a second goal there for Medeama just under 20 minutes of this game. That will be something spectacular there for them to do. And they have actually come into this game looking to dismantle the authority of Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Babara Stadium. He was a hero in the match against Samatex. Kamara, can he be a hero at home against Medeama? And the coach, Tanko Ibrahim, seemingly leading the side there to make a huge impact this season. And there's a huge first change this afternoon there for the side. And Paul Yeboah has been introduced into the game already. Tell you what, there's going to be an opportunity now for Desmond Bafo is out for Paul Yeboah before the penalty is taken there by Mubarak Yusuf. It's got Kamara to now to beat there. Mubarak Yusuf against Kamara. Mubarak Yusuf 2-0. It is Medeama SC making it very simple and easy against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Just under 20 minutes. It is Kotoko 0, Medeama 2. So the story really is becoming a bit difficult and exciting there for Medeama SC. All the way from Takwa now beginning to be a thorn in the flesh of Kumasi Asante Kotoko with some quality bit of football. The Porcupine Warriors there have some bit of a difficulty there in terms of getting themselves away from their defensive shells. But tell you what, there's a match where the team from Takwa having to come in to clear and get something going. So far 20 minutes already gone there, and the visitors are the ones having a very exciting moment at the Babara Stadium. And for now it's going to be Kumasi Asante Kotoko having to make a move up front. Amidu Akwa hasn't really made an impact in the game there, but again a very poor ball there from Peter Amidu Akwa, looking for a corner kick scenario, and it's been given. The fans are kind of coming in the numbers there. Oh, sad now they were just going to get something spectacular there for the side into this game. Both teams came into this game with a bit of a title ambition on their heels there. Asante got to go looking to win and then move up on the Premier League log in fifth there on the table. And now ball swung into the far post. Che comes in, punches it away. And Kotoko would have to find a way to deal with it. It is Joe here. Have to control well, does well. And again, it's a double. And that's to be stopped in his tracks there by Prince Owusu. Both sides are very much in terms of balance of play. Obviously, we'll talk about the Medeama side. You know, seeing plenty of the ball just at the half of Asante, but Medeama really have made good use of the opportunities they've had. Scored 2 goals to show for the effort, a long throw into the box. Now Asante going to have a player pushed down, but possession back to the Porcupine Warriors. And here comes Lord Amwa, trying to wriggle his way into the box. Lord Amwa has been stopped in his tracks there. And Prince Owusu switching play beautifully there, and Asante will win it back again aggressively. They are trying to get almost all the balls down. And Jehu has been fouled again. It's been won beautifully by Medeama Mubarak, winning it. And Samba O'Neill, the man who committed the foul there, simply just can't get Prince Owusu to move away from him. The concern there for Asante really have been the fact that they haven't taken the chances. One of the things they failed to do was in the match against Basakoli, Stars went up and then they had to lose that match as well, which a lot of the fans were not really happy about. They were surprised. Kwampoku here and Morfin Donsu. There's a return of the ball there from Kwampoku. Inusa. Here comes Joe charging forward. It's been brought down. The referee allows play to continue. Comes with a foul. Zakaria Husseini. Well, thinking time for Karim Zito. Bit of surprise there with how his team quickly conceded 2 goals against round of play there, and so probably we're thinking of what to do next. But just one change been made there in this game by Medeama SC. Desmond Bafo out. And his position taken there by Paul Yabua. Just before the penalty was actually taken. And Felix Che is the only goalkeeper who has not really been tested there. And that's the move there by Medeama SC leading to the penalty. Yes, indeed it was confirmed. And Mubarak, you see the captain really getting himself into the very good position to get the goal there for Medeama SC. Goalkeeper just moved the right way there, but so powerful that I couldn't just deal with it. Scoreboard here in Kumasi indicating the story being told and managed there by Medeama SC, and the Porcupine Warriors do have a lot of long faces here. The fans are not happy about what they've seen. What we've seen so far. Another corner kick into the far post now. It's being headed down by Samba O'Neill. He's searching for that ball there. Kotoko, Peter Midwaka wins it. Samba O'Neill here, the centre back. A very poor ball there from the centre back. Couldn't quite control the ball into the box. Kotoko quickly pressing to win it back. Another in swinger into the box, and it's been headed down there by Mubarak Amu. And now it's going to be a long way out there, but Felix Che will have to deal with it. Asante coming out to show their prowess by Mamwa. Well, they've been able to win almost all the second balls there. Asante here comes Joe, runs himself into some bit of traffic, but is able to wriggle his way away. On a switch play, and finds Peter Amidwakwa. Amidwakwa again. And again, does well, works pretty hard to win back possession. Nearly lost it though. Seen plenty of constructions there from Asante, but again, they've not been able to deal with the situation. Inusa here looking for space to shoot there. Inusa gets one in and collected there by Felix Che.
They're trying their best now to see if they can get a goal. Noosa again getting a lot of openings. And hasn't really lived up to expectations. Last time Medeama SC got into the game here to show some bit of effort. Kotoko do have a player down, and there'll be a lot of talking to do there for this young man. Pampoku being lost in the game there, and so a little bit of a break. But a concern there for Lord Adabo. It's possible that Lord Adabo might not get a chance to come back into the game, and the fourth substitution there already. Medeama have made a fourth substitution with the withdrawal of Desmond Baffle, and Yeboah coming to replace him. Pulling break now in the game between Kotoko and Medeama. Already the home side down by 2-0. The last time Medeama actually won at Kumasi Asante Kotoko home grounds in the Ghana Premier League was back in 2023. That was match day 23. And Jonathan Soa's 15 minutes and Vincent Atenga's 78-minute penalty actually was the goals that separated the two sides. It's been Medeama have won thrice out of 15 previous visits here at the Barbara Sports Stadium against Kotoko since 2007. Played 3 wins, and 4 of those matches have been a draw. They've lost 8 of those games, haven't scored 14 and conceding 23. There'll be a lot of a worrying situation there for the fans of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and Kotoko really have been unbeaten in their last 4 games against Medeama. It's only what the 2022-23 season, they won by a goal to nil on match day 11 in the Premier League, and also they went ahead to beat Joe away in a 1-1 game. And so that's the substitution there for Kumasi Asante Kotoko with the introduction there of Mustafa Hamzata and Lord Hilary Adabo wearing a very concerned and disappointing face there for seeing his tie just go down at 20 minutes of the game. That'll be a huge disappointment there to go 2 games without a win. Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I'm not too sure that the fans will want to see that happen. Yeboah's ball into the box now and finds space down with Taylor, and then it's been sent to the left-hand side. We'll have to Forjo will have to deal with this one, trying to cut in beautifully. Forjo, got a lot of tricks there. Switching play down. Another ball whipped into the box, and Zakaria coming out to deal with it. Amidu Akwa switching play now to the right-hand side. Lifting the ball down, and Don Su has been bit into it. Amidu Akwa wins it back for Kotoko. And here finds, surprisingly, Kotoko. Hamzata moves into the centre-back position with Samba O'Neill moving advancedly into a holding midfield role with a withdrawal of a double. Lisa trying to improvise there. Karim Zito was approaching the half-hour mark in the game. Nkrumah, Taylor, Pampoku here, Samba O'Neill, and Amidu Akwa will only charge forward on the right-hand side. Here comes Amidu Akwa in the box there. He's also waiting, trying to swish one into the box, and it's been stopped there by Yeboah of Medeama. Kumasi Asante Kotoko have lost twice against Medeama in the last 21 Ghana Premier League matches. The 2018-2019 season are officially not part of it, though. Picking up 12 wins and drawn 7 and lost 2 of that 21 games played between the two sides. Samba O'Neill finds space with Lord Armour. Again, a good turn there. Amidu Akwa in switching roles there from left to right there. Half an hour gone into the game already, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko really chasing this game. They're down by 2-0. Forjo's first goal under 5 minutes, and also having the second goal there being scored there by the captain, Mubarak Yusuf. Searching being won there by Joseph Amwa. Samba O'Neill trying to hit this one from long range. It's a very poor one there from the Tanzanian. Kotoko have picked up all wins in their November meetings with Medeama since 2007 with 1-0 scoreline, but this is a very surprise story being told today. Well, since 1999, games between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Medeama SC played on the 30th of November has always ended with a 1-0 win in favor of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And again, they tell you what, matches between Kotoko and in the month of November 30 has always been a 1-0 win, but this is 2025, November 30, 2025, and they are down by 2-0 against Medeama. Kotoko really struggling to keep possession in the game. Been a little bit of a jittery moment there for the young man who's been just coming out from injury. Kotoko now having a chance to make a move there, and the ball swung in and again be hit wide. Very poor play there for the Pokemon Warriors. And you're expecting to see a lot of shooting range there and a powerful play there from Joe. The only time that Medeama lost the match on the 30th of November since 2007 by a difference of a goal margin was a 3-2 defeat to Brecum Arsenal. It was match day 9. The match was played in the 2011-2012 season. Joe wins it back for Kotoko. Samba O'Neill here looking for space and with a long ball into the box, picking up Kotoko. Mubari coming in. Kotoko picking up the win here. And here comes Peter Miduakwa. Well, too many of his slippery runs himself is slipping and losing possession. Kotoko thinking that they have to get that particular ball. Another story. Kotoko about to see some of the matches in the Ghana Premier League, some bit of a difficulty after exiting the Confederations Cup. Again, the only opportunity was the win against the Hartlepool, and some of the matches though where they were able to pick up some wins there. We've been talking about the team having some difficulties in terms of goal scoring after the exit of Betamwa. As they try to move forward here, Samba switching it, and again just not able to pick up his man. Since they moved advance, they've seen plenty of the balls at the heart of midfield. Samba O'Neill. Kotoko, was he really pushed down or it wasn't? And Owusu here for Medeama SC. They're trying to move forward. Always trying to find space in the 12-yard area of Kumasi Asante. Kotoko to hit this one into the box. He's been headed down. Hamzata. Mike winning it back for Medeama, and they have a foul in their favor. And the only time Kotoko lost was against Basagoli Stars, and now they're down by 2-0. So that before that match, this match they had only lost once. 11 of their matches in the Premier League, 5 wins and 5 drawn matches. Medeama continue to have the unbeaten record still unabated there, having been unbeaten in their last 8 games in the Premier League. 4 wins for them and 4 drawn games as well. And a lovely ball here to Kotoko, goes behind the player. Kotoko hitting this one. He has certainly lost a bit of his mojo there, but his effort to get the goal there to signal his return into scoring form, and he actually put this rugby effort and more like a rugby penalty there. Some story there, and the argument will continue to start there by the Kotoko faithfuls. Samba O'Neill here. Amidu Wapa. Joe. Lord Armour. Amidu Wapa. Back to Lord Armour. Oh, they're using very tight at the back there, Medeama. Plenty of more than yellows in the box there, and the yellow card already been flashed out with Marcia Asante, Kotoko's Minusa. And again, the foul really was a yellow card to Hussein Zakaria. I tell you what, Abdul Salam, very difficult player to deal with. Well, just obviously going to be a yellow card there. He just had his whole body all over Salam, pulling him back, and so certainly he has been rightly so given a yellow card there. Playing the centre-back role there with Samba O'Neill certainly was going to be a difficult one. Marcia Santiago making some of the changes there defensively. And now they have Hamzata in the game, and another free kick given to Medeama FC as well. Well, in succession there, they've committed 2 free kicks to Marcia Santiago. That's tells you the difficulties that they really have in the game. Well, again, so they'll continue to look in and see if Medeama might want to have their defense broken. And just hiding their disappointment there. Marcia Santiago in trouble again as a Fuzi Taylor there behind his ball to see if he can actually get another ball into the box. And Kotoko will have to deal with this one. Long ball hit out very disappointingly there by Salim Adams. There hasn't been a lot of openings there for the Porcupine Warriors in the game. Oh, off the line there, very disappointing play there from Hamzata. Tell you what, we are just approaching the last 5 minutes of the game there, and so it is Medeama who seem to be having a very great moment there in this Premier League. Mubarak Yusuf's ball cleared. Shows away for a throw-in. Last time Medeama actually lost the game in the competition was back in September 28, match day 3 against Karela. They lost by a goal to 0. Since then, they really have played a very exciting football in the Premier League and having to pick up some exciting wins as well. Just the last 5 minutes we played for Hamzata without to find a way to deal with this situation here. The corner kick they had to concede. Marcia Santiago, Abdul Salam. His introduction in the game here really means that they have to move the ball up, and so the argument will be what really is happening to Marcia Santiago in the Premier League. Conceding 2 goals there, Kamara really was resolute in the match against Summertex. Well, match day 10 in the Premier League. So now they have to find a way to get themselves back on. See if can there be a goal here near post, and it's a very, very wasteful effort. Medeama here. Trying to construct something beautiful. Asante with a Donsu here against Mubarak, and Donsu gets a corner kick. A little bit of a deflection there on the right foot of Mubarak. And the referee Alexa Mwaping is signaling for a corner kick advantage there to the home side. Well, some fans may be arguing, others may be having some bit of smiles. I tell you what, it's not only about the rosiness of the game there, but the Porcupine tertiary there, they will continue to spur the team on to see if they can get at least a goal before the break. That might change the complexion of the game as well. Corner kick taken here, and then back into the path of the player. Already coming back from an outside position. Kotoko would have to find a player in the box, and now they might have the time to shoot here. It's been blocked again by Medeama. Kamardine, good play now. Medeama would have to calm things. Salim Adams, Kamardine, blocked by Kotoko again. Joseph Amwa, and couldn't quite get to the tenant place. Oh, that's a very, very, very poor play there. Asante might have a player in trouble. And again, Samba O'Neill just couldn't stop Abdul Salam. And really having some difficult moment there. Trying to get the referee to find a way to deal with the player. Abdul Salam really coming in to play his part in the game. Some of the difficult games there Medeama really have played in the Premier League. Seeing them drawing. And draw Yoho United as well. And to all the way down to Diana and Ludi Lord Amwan, the yellow card now. Interesting at home last before this game, Medeama at home drawing with Chem United, match day 11. To the disappointment of the fans there, and so Abdul Salam, a very exciting player. He's been a lot of a pressure there on the Asante got a back line, and pockets of Medeama fans in the stadium enjoying themselves. At least they're down, they're up by 2-0. Continue to show their displeasure and to ask a lot of questions of exactly what is happening to Asante. They're going to go 2 games. Doing another time here in the game. Karim Zito walking into this game, he made it clear that every team wants to beat Kotoko. The team would have to work hard and see if they can change that narrative. They're committing a lot of fouls there and getting booked. It's difficult for them to find a way to get themselves back in the game. And so, well, there's a Again, it's a very exciting moment for some people. Tell you what, watching the game in the shades there, tell you, not too sure what has been seen there, but the fans will continue to enjoy every bit of it. But so, just behind him, or just beside him, there is a scoreboard telling him what he can't watch. But he needs to watch that because that's a scoreline. So they would have to come away, long way out there. They have a free kick. Medeama have a player being taken off. A free kick opportunity now for Crown Warriors to find a way to deal with it. Free kick just all the way down the halfway line for Stanton. Is being headed wide. Salim Adams there just couldn't deal with the situation. So it's been a very difficult moment there for the Crown Warriors. Both goalkeepers have a combined 7 clean sheets there after match day 11 in the Premier League, with Mohamed Kamara having 4 clean sheets. Felix Chen also played a part there. Kotoko really come in to see what they can do in the box there. They have a chance to go and see if they can have the deficit against the crossbar. And Kotoko just can't get the ball into the box now. How many of those? Twice they've hit the side post, and Porcupine Warriors have an issue there now. Medeama 10 defenders into attack. Kotoko in trouble. Medeama won't have the ball into the box now. They may want to hit this one, and Kamara have to deal with it. Twice, Asante gonna go hit the woodwork. It's on the effort to see if they can have the deficit. It's becoming difficult for them to do so, the Porcupine Warriors. Medeama would want to calm the nerves down. 3 minutes of added time of 4 minutes, I tell you. So the game is just over in a very fast pace, and Medeama come out in the third box now. And they have a corner kick for the airport, and Kotoko really having some trouble there, asking the players to come back and defend the lines. Lord, I'm really disappointed. Where the team hasn't really been defensively compact. One of the problems the coach really talked about was how they have been very poor defending their lines. Asante, for the reason they had to lose to Basaka All Stars by a goal to 2, even though they went up in that game. The man who picked up 2 balls in his net there, Kamara. So the corner kick there for the visitors, Medeama SC. Swung in, and Kamara again how to pick it up. And switching it down to the left-hand side, and Kotoko would have to charge forward. Trying to see if they can pick their players. Well, referee eventually calling the free kick the way of Asante Kotoko. Really struggling to develop some bit of momentum in the game here. The yellow card really been flushed. But interesting how Asante would go up for Yabua, the player who came in to replace Desmond Bafo, on a yellow card there for Medeama. Trying to win matches from losing position from Asante, especially against Medeama SC. It's around a difficult moment there they have to deal with in the Premier League. Felix Che trying to organize his wall. Trying to find a way to get themselves back on Porcupine Warriors. A difficult scenario there for them to do so. in a very much a thinking scenario there for Zito. Two players, Kotoko just behind the ball down, trying to find a way to hit this one. And they put down Paku! And goes wide, and so that becomes the last action of the game between Asante Kotoko and Medeama SC. I tell you what, it's been an interesting scenario there for the two sides. It all started by Asante Kotoko with some of the chances there, but Medeama really took them and got the game on the scrap there and sent it straight to Asante Kotoko. And then Forgio was able to blast up the very first goal after 5 minutes of play. And then eventually Prince was bundled down in the box there, and it was expertly converted by Mubarak Yusuf, the captain for Medeama, giving them 2 goals just under 20 minutes of the game here at the Babara Sports Stadium. Really came into the game after the draw against Bicham United, and Kotoko coming after a defeat to Basakoli Stars at first half here at the Babara Stadium. Kotoko 0, Medeama 2.
Halftime at the Babaya Sports Stadium. Asante Kotoko, they have a tall mountain to climb because they are losing by 2-0 to Medeama Sporting Club. There was Derek Forger's volley as well as a penalty from Yusuf Mubarak. The former Porcupine Warrior also added more woes to Kotoko's misery. I've now been joined by Prince Yausu, who is the assistant for Kotoko. Prince, what a tough first half it's been, but what would you say about your defensive line in this afternoon's game so far?
Yeah, I think we'd have fallen a little bit short on how to recover, and then first to the ball, we're going too slow. They win the ball before we get there, and that's what's giving us problem.
All right, so what are you changing in the second half?
Yeah, we're just going to talk to the boys that Samba don't need to go a little bit forward. Just stay right behind it, back two, and then in defense for us.
Thank you very much. All the best in the second 45. So that's Prince Yausu. He's the assistant for Asante Kotoko, and he believes that they are giving away too many balls in defense, but then they will have some pep talk, and then when they come back, they might be reinvigorated. I've now been joined by the assistant of Medeama, Pius Gura, and he could be a happy man now. But have you been satisfied with the first 45?
Well, all good.
But what went right for you? You were on the back foot in the first 5-10 minutes, but then you managed to score twice in the first 45.
Yeah, sure. This is our game plan, and then in as much as we don't care whether we're playing away or home, I think we need not to be a bit defensive. Though we should be defensive minded also. But then when the opportunities come and then we have to explore the spaces, then we have to do that. So I think we realized there were spaces behind them. That's why we quickly exploit those spaces.
All right, wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
For the second 45. So that's Pius Gura, and it's getting interesting here at the Babara Sports Stadium because the home side, Asante Kotoko, are losing to Medeama by 2-0. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break with more. Breathtaking scenes at the Barbara Sports Stadium where it's Super Sunday and it's Kotoko losing by 2-0. What a game we witnessed in the first 45-year match day 12 of this current fixture. My name is Jose Kokwe. We are live on Unya TV. We are live on TV3, also live on Max TV. And I'm still at pitchside with Jeffrey Asari. Jeffrey, what a game we've seen in the first 45. And it looks like against the round of play, we saw that lovely volley by Fojo. And then all of a sudden, there's a penalty. One denied, the other taken, and Medeama 2 up.
Very interesting. I always tell you, when Medeama come to town, you should expect beautiful soccer, scintillating. There'll be exciting moment, there'll be drama, and we had that in play. I mean, it was a beautiful game. Kotoko started very well. Look, you had a wonderful ball from Hubert Joe, goalkeeper Felix Che, grab it. You have another wonderful ball from Inus Adams, and then also beautiful ball from Kwame Poku and goalkeeper Felix Che. So Kotoko started controlling, a double control, Hubert Joe doing very well. Then the moment came when Fuzi decided to stamp his authority, control the game, started passing the ball very well. And I always tell you, when Fuzi Taylor is in control, Medeama plays very well. That is where the whole thing started. And then that wonderful pass to Kevin Nkrumah to Fojo, that was the first goal. Immediately the goal came, then the fortune turned for Medeama.
Wow, but we spoke about that first goal. You'd say, yeah, we mentioned the frailties of both defenses, but would you say Kotoko played themselves into trouble for that first goal?
Yeah, of course. The centre back, and then the goalkeeper.
Zakaria,
and then the goalkeeper. Zakaria, close your man down. Go with him. Don't touch him. Go with him close. Narrow the space and angle for it to be difficult for him to do anything. He didn't do that. The goalkeeper, why are you rushing to? Because at that point, your centre back was dealing with the situation. If he fails to do that, then you quickly react. The goalkeeper was reacting when he was not supposed to. Bad judgment on his part, but brilliance on the part of Fojo to make sure that the first goal was scored.
Now that's the second goal, and just look at that. Would you say brilliance on the part of the attacker, or this time it was Samba who just could have done better with his judgment?
Well, brilliant, but Samba, you are a captain, you are a solid centre back once again. What he did was needless. It was needless to leave a trailing leg. It was needless. You are a captain. That is not where you do those things. This is a vital area. Such mistakes are costly, and it cost him. I mean, you are captain of the side. You should be more intelligent and to know that this is not an area where you make such. You don't do that. Unfortunately, he didn't lead the team well, and that was a penalty. For me, it is a bit soft.
It was a bit soft.
Yeah, a bit soft for me.
But there was obstruction anyway.
Yeah, of course, there was obstruction. I mean, the discretion at the end of the day is for the referee to take. Because you, the captain, did something little, you've given the referee the opportunity to exercise the discretion, and whichever way it feels, he will take it.
Interesting. We came into this game knowing how quick the Medeama attack can be. You have Salam, you have Fojo, you have Kelvin Nkrumah. How have they troubled this Kotoko defense? We've seen the 2 goals, but have they lived up to expectations?
Yes, this game, what you see Medeama do is to make sure that they are not committing men forward when they transit when necessary, and they make sure they have numbers up front. So you realize that they are very tight, they are very compact, they know when to go wide. You see Fojo, you see Kevin Nkrumah, and then you see Abdul Salam making sure that he's complementing Fuzi Taylor so well. And Fuzi sit deep, and then making sure he's releasing the visionary passes, technically giving passes where it matters most, and then also defending, sitting in front of the 2 centre-back in Jacob Mensah and Yusuf Mubarak. He's done that very well. He is the man that makes Medeama tick anytime he's playing on top of his game, Fuzi Taylor.
Halftime conversations here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Match day 12, and it's Kumasi Asante Kotoko losing to Medeama Sporting Club by 2-0. Now, Jeffrey, what do they need to do? We've seen, everything. They've tried everything, but on the offensive end, they've been wasteful, Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
That is the problem. If you are wasteful and you don't improve, because Hubert Joe had an opportunity, wasted it twice. You have Inus Adams, Fibo shot twice, goalkeeper Felix Che grab it. I mean, and I understand the challenge with Kwame Poku. He has an injury on one of the legs. That is why, he was shooting off target, because he's been forced to play.
Yeah,
so that's the
one
challenge.
Of the chances we are talking about.
Yes,
just look at that. The ball, that was inside the first 2 minutes of the game.
You have to bury these chances. You don't have an excuse to give. You have to get it at the back of the net. When you are 2 goals down, at least you get a consolation, and then second half, it makes the work a bit easier. Either to bounce back by equalizing 2-2, or at least making sure that you are able to win. It's 45 minutes, anything can happen, but unfortunately, they failed to do that. And Pitami Duakwa over-elaborate too much instead of playing ball very simple.
That was a call, Jeffrey. That was a call, not to heckle you, but you think there was enough in that one. Just look at Joe. Close control within, a thick forest. But then he manages to get a control. But would you say that was a penalty?
Well, like I said, I don't see that to be really penalty if you want. Look, the kind of penalties we take sometimes in this country is bizarre, but I don't think that should be a penalty. I don't think so.
You doubt?
I don't. That is the same argument I'm making for Samba on Nelson incident.
And that was another penalty call there. No reaction time from Kamaradini. But just look at that. The cross into the box, the header from Kwame Poku. You're taking this as a penalty.
No, I mean, come on. We have to be serious.
Interesting. But talk to me about the combination. Morfin, Kwame Poku.
Well, I like I said, I'm not expecting too much from Kwame Poku because Kwame Poku is not fully fit. You understand me? And he's being rushed to play for the team. So I'm not expecting, but Morfin, look, Morfin had a wonderful 1-2 Hubert, the one that hit the post.
Yeah.
That wonderful, but it was not consistent. I mean, they need to keep the consistency. They need to keep probing. They need to keep making sure that they go to the wide areas. Paul Yeboah is stepping in for Desmond Barfour. Paul Yeboah has not been consistent. So they need to make sure that the pressure is on him to commit mistakes. You see Mubarak. I mean, this is the second game that he's playing. He came on again 11-1 in the second and 72nd minute. This is the second game that he's playing. He's not fully fit. You need to keep probing and pressing and making sure that the shots are hitting targets. That's the only way you can create something. Because you are now down, you go all out in the second half.
Now let's look at the numbers. The last time Kumasi Asante Kotoko trailed here was against Ejiada, and they couldn't pick up maximum points. Now they trail by 2. What do you think it's in it for them?
It's a daunting task. And even when you are committing men forward, you have to be careful. If you commit 2 men forward, 1 counter attack, you are 3-0 down. So Kotoko need to go all out, but they need to be very careful, need to play very compact, and the players must understand that they need to close the gaps and spaces. Other than that, Medeama can punish them the more.
Jeffrey, what's the pep talk?
Well, for Karim Zito, listen, you are coming out, this is Asante Kotoko. We don't go down 2-0. We've gone down 2-0. But we need to bounce back. We need to prove that we are Kotoko. We need to show character. We need to show resilience. Every player must go all out and do the extra mile and make sure that Kotoko save the day by at least 2-2. That is capable. They are capable of it. But would the players be able to glitter on the evidence of what? If they don't play above what we've seen in the 45 minutes, I don't think so.
We see the 4-4-2 flat from Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Hubert Jew being paired with Hilary Lord-Adabo, who was pulled out for Hamza Asa Atta. Now we've seen Samba O'Neill push into midfield.
Yes, he has to go to the deep midfield.
Is that enough for them? Because we've seen there's been zero creativity from there.
They don't have any option. Kotoko have 12 injury situations. They don't have an option. That's the saddest. They don't have an option. That is what is available to them. So that is what they manage. But in the situation like that, the players must understand that this is what we face. Then we go all out and try to do something for the club. That is the most important thing. But under the circumstance, they have no option.
Now, looking at the result, we are looking at the ultimate prize. Both teams are going in for the title.
Yep.
You look at Medeama. Have you been impressed with this away form, with whatever they are doing now on the road?
They've been brilliant. Look, they won. They won against, you remember, Young Apostles.
Yeah.
They won against 11-1. Drew in Adriana. Drew here. Drew in Adriana. So, and then Hohwe United, they drew there. So if you look at their weapon, it has been excellent. You need to pick such valuable points away to complement your home performance. Their home performance also against Samatex and against Bechem has been poor. So they are making up for the game they drew against Bechem if they are able to finish the game.
Medeama players are first to come out of the dressing room, which means they mean business. They lead by 2-0 headed into the second half. But Jeff, what should we expect in the second 45, Jeff?
It's going to be blockbuster, all action. Kotoko go all out. We'll go all out. Medeama will keep the momentum, try to contain them, and try to exploit the numbers that Kotoko are going to put out there because they need a consolation, they need an equalizer if possible. As they make multiply numbers up front, Medeama will try to expose and exploit and punish the weaknesses of Asante Kotoko.
Now let's look
it's
at
going to be interesting.
The move in the yellow. You lead 2-0 against a side like Kotoko. You can see the atmosphere is a bit charged, but they are still disappointed in the result. What are you doing? Game management? Are you pulling out a couple of players? What are you doing?
No, the game is not over. It's just 2-0. I mean, anything can happen. So you need to make sure you manage the situation, manage the game. Don't commit more forward. Don't play defensive. Manage the game, control possession, retain possession, pass the ball very well, create openings for Asante Kotoko when the need be, and add some few numbers. When the opportunity comes, hit a third one. You hit a third one, game over.
And what about Yusuf Mubarak? How good has he been for Medeama today?
That is why leadership comes with calmness, maturity, intelligence. You saw how calm he was, well composed. That's the experience and maturity at best.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. The players are out and we are poised for action for the next 45. Over to Benjamin Willie Graham for second half action.
Well, it's another 45 minutes to go here at the Babayara Stadium in a match day 12 of the Ghana Premier League. The Porcupine Warriors, Asante, Kotoko, in all sort of trouble there, having conceded 2 goals under 20 minutes against Medeama SC, team from the Western region. They really have come into this game really a very strong side. They want to change the scenario and keep their momentum in the Premier League alive, Medeama SC. Well, it's been talk about their performance this season and the tutelage of coach Tanko Ibrahim, who's seen the team perform some incredible, play some wonderful football this season. And the renewed confidence after their 4-1 win in the MTN FA Cup against Rospak, Division 1 side, where they were able to trash them away. Asante, Kotoko really having to stay and get themselves defeated. Samba O'Neill beginning to have some bit of worst there with the players there. But Forjo was the man who got the first goal for Medeama. Will continue to police his way into this game and see how best he'll be able to get things going. So it's going to be the moment where these two sides will have to find a way to rebound themselves. It's always the Premier League and difficulty in getting things in your favour. Well, the second half we'll have the move in yellow starting things. And well, the main scenario would be they want to come into the second half. I want to see how they will be able to perform some bit of magic. So we move up on the ladder and see how Medeama will continue to stay in the second half. How difficult that will be and how impressive that will be as well. Well, Kotoko and Medeama have some bit of stakes here in the game, and players beginning to have some bit of difficulties dealing with a scenario, which is about starting the second half in earnest here at the Babayara Stadium. So the second half already starting, and Asante, Kotoko would have to find a way to find and get themselves back. So it's the match here coming back and walking into a 2-0 deficit. And the second half can be a very tall order there, but sometimes it's not surmountable, depending on how well the team is able to get the pector there from the coach. And Kotoko again, Lord Armour winning back possession for the Pokemon Warriors, begin to charge forward just as they did in the first half. And they saw plenty of possession, and they weren't able to get the balls into the half of Medeama. And again, it's a really difficult moment there for the two sides to move in. Kotoko again struggling. And Calvin Nkrumah was a bit of a busy player in the first half on the flanks. Kotoko now have a free kick to the very first opportunity they've had in the second half coming into this game once again. The fans haven't really been happy about their first half performance. So it's going to be Peter Midwak and Kamaldeen is wrestling things out there. Kotoko now have to deliberately deliver this ball into the box, find a way of getting it into the very important areas to get the goals coming. And that's all that the fans want to see. Well, Felix here of Medeama has kept 4 clean sheets after match day 11 games in the ongoing Premier League. Total of 16 players from Kotoko and Medeama have scored 25 goals combined after match day 11. Into the box now, Kotoko really having difficulties in getting themselves out. And the best of control there, the Porcupine Warriors. Difficult moment. And put it down. And Zata trying to lob the ball straight down to Your teammate, Prince Owusu, has also been a part of the attacking forwards of Medeama. And Zakaria just turned away. And again, he's been bundled down very, very standoffishly and trying to get the attention of the referee. Of course, he does get it. And that's wow. Salim Adams with that tackle there, nearly on some bit of a difficulty there for the young man. The number-footed player in the 23 shirt, Inusa. Now comes the free kick here for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Hamza suggests moving straight into the net there. Felicia just allowing him to just lob around. He comes back to join his teammates in the 12-yard area. Going to be a long ball into the box now. Kumasi Asante, but the fans are waiting to see if they can actually pounce on this. It's been headed out of play. It's Joe struggling and sends the ball back into the goalkeeper, Kamara. Trying to cut on the ball straight into the half of Medeama SC. Kwampo goes in mid-air. Has been bit into it. Taylor. Kwampo wins it for Kotoko. Lord Amwa. And it's a very poor play there for Amidu Akwa. Kelvin Nkrumah plays it up for Medeama, charging forward there, waiting for the ball in the box. Oh, lovely play there from Kelvin Nkrumah. And Kelvin just pushing the ball wide. And Kamara was just actually beating a near post. What an interesting play there from Kelvin Nkrumah. And Kotoko again in all sort of trouble there. Donsu win, controlling things there for the Northern Yellow. Once again, the attacking threat of Medeama. Very, very dangerous. But Morphine Donsu. Inusa. Again, he's trying to pick up Amidu Akwa. There's going to be a foul here against Abdul Salam. And a total of 3 goals scored there. 3 goals scored by 2 players. But Biakuta Jehu, Kotoko have scored 3 goals, and Abdul Salam of Medeama also scoring 3 goals in the Premier League. But a lot of players with 2 goals there, and again a very poor ball there from long range. Kotoko are really struggling to get themselves away from a very good position as Zakaria with a very unproductive play. Apologizing to his teammates, I've done better on the day. Albert Tamwa has already left Kumasi Asante, who has scored 2 goals before leaving Peter Muriakwa, and Lord Amwa who scored 2 goals. Emmanuel Owusu and Kamara Dene Mamadou also scored 2 goals there for Medeama as well. And have a free kick, Kumasi Asante, Joseph Amwa. Amidu Akwa trying to go around. Kamara Dene wouldn't allow him to go there. Now the Porcupine Warriors trying to show some bit of energy here. Zata. Centre back. Oh, it's going to be Porcupine Warriors having difficulties now showing the ball there, and then we do have Inusa picking up Morphine Donzo. And Kotoko may have a chance to go in here. Another very solid block there by Salim. That was when the ball is given to Prince Owusu. He's always able to get his way out, and was part of the Black Star setup that played in the Korean Cup in Japan. Was the tailor to Prince Owusu. So missed some bit of a chance set up of games there for the Mauve and Yellow. But back in the setup, Salim Adams, Kamara Deni, and then Mubarak Yusuf. Zata. The fans have been talking about is how Kotoko is seeing plenty of possession, but haven't been able to take advantage, and now they give the ball away in a very dangerous area. And Odamwa to the rescue. Again, very sluggish play at the back there with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Here comes Inusa, left foot here against Yabua. Inusa again, charging into the box, and now Kwampoku again. That's it wide. Trying to find himself suspending in mid-air to at least direct the ball into the very good place. And again, a lovely cross into the box there by Inusa. There's a very good play there from him. There are moments there where you expect to see Kumasi Asante Kotoko coming in. Amzata with the ball down here. And Amor here. Prince Owusu. Amor wins it there for Kotoko. And now he's been brought down there by Prince Owusu. First substitution down for Medeama. Fuzi Taylor is out for Manuel Mante. And to solidify his midfield in the second half there, Ibrahim Tanko. He's trying to create the momentum where he's able to get his team to at least maintain and control the ball there. In terms of the attacking threat of Kumasi Asante, going to be one of posts in the game. Total of 9 players combined have scored 1 goal each at Kojo and that of Morfin Dontu and Kwampoku. All scored 1 goal there each for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Just a Jacob Mensah there for Medeama, so the score for Yabua, Ibrahim Nuruddin against Brian, and God knows that Jakwasu and Nakofi Papil, all of them have scored a goal each there for Medeama. One of the fans expect a little bit of a response there for Kotoko at least. Just want to go to see if the team will be able to come back in the game. But a lot of balls have been given to Inusa. Just trying to get the balls down to Yabua. Gets the ball into the ball. Donsu controls well. Finds Joe. And goes solo. Joe himself and has been able to win himself a free kick. Scored spectacular goals against Karela here at the Barbara Stadium. Mante was conceding the foul just after being introduced into the game. Well, there's a lot at stake here for the Porcupine Warriors. A lot of the fans are expecting a response quickly in the second half. We want to see a performance that at least correspond to their title ambition, the Porcupine Warriors. And Medeama really showing a lot of effort there to get themselves into a position they will be trusted. Ball into the box now, and again it's going to be another corner kick advantage. And a lovely piece of work there. Amu. Just 10 minutes of the second half gone. Kotoko, Neo Medeama 2 with a corner kick advantage to the Porcupine Warriors.
They've been better the second half. They're creating all the chances. You know, they forced Medeama to sit very deep.
And that of Inusa. Another tug of war there. Another ball is playing into the near post, headed out of play. And the second ball has always been picked up by Medeama. And Samba O'Neill coming in. Really, it's been a very, very interesting performance there between Kotoko and Medeama.
Yeah, as always, Graham, it's always tight between these two sides. You know, that's sort of a rivalry, you know, in the perhaps fictional, but there's still a rivalry between these two sides, and it's always hostile when they meet. And you know, it's not really about who's playing at home or who's playing away from home, but it's the quality, the sheer quality we get to see it. Today we've seen a very, very sharp Medeama attacking lineup. We've seen how good they've been in an attack, even when playing on the back foot. We saw how they were able to just, you know, maneuver their way into scoring the first goal, then subsequently adding the second. It's been great for them, but for Kotoko, this is where you show, you know, that energy, you show that ambition that you still have the title within sight, and that's what they need to do now. With 2 goals down, there's still a lot for them to do in this game.
And trying to find themselves, and also trouble there. Medeama playing their part and trying to lob the ball straight into the half. What they've done in the second half now is to lock the midfield. And it was catch Kotoko on the break. Medeama see.
Yeah, they've added an extra man now. They are not really committed men forward. We've not seen Kamaradini move beyond the center line, and that's how careful they've been. It's a painstaking approach. We are not used to seeing them this way. They've played free-flowing attacking football. Now they are two up, and it's about game management, and that's what they are doing basically. More men in midfield, try and block the passing lanes, and we're good to go.
Mante. Come back to win the second ball. Medeama SC. Expect to see a lot of runs there coming through from Lord Armour, and you have Inusa. Best of crosses there, and Kotoko again having difficulties maintaining some of the momentum in the box. Joe finds space in Inusa. Turns well. Kotoko may have Amidou Akwa! That is the response they want. And Peter Amidou Akwa gets something for them.
Great goal, great strike, and that's what you'd always expect from a team that's eyeing to win the Premier League. You could see we've spoken about the fact that it's all been Kotoko in the second half, and a bit of respite there for Karimzito, but it's how they work their way into the Medeama box. Those short passes, intricate, but they always pick the right man at the right time, and just look at that. They cut back into the box, dangerous area, no one there in a Medeama shed to deal with that. You see Mubarak trying to throw his body in the way, but it was just too late. Amidou Akwa had that one precisely, just struck that one with so much venom. Past Felix Che, that's some good response.
Well, they've been talking about the performance of Peter Amidou Akwa. He scores his third goal in the Premier League for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I tell you what, he will continue to come in, and the fans are expecting to see a lot of it. And Amidou Akwa again not able to deal with it.
There's a pendulum swing now. Is the momentum now, blowing in favor of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And they've worked themselves up. They have their tails up now, and it would have been disastrous thinking of the fact that just 3 days ago they were on the losing side for the first time this season, and they were staring right in the face of defeat again here. And they just have to double up their efforts now, and tactically, Sambono switching back into midfield after that injury to Hilary Lord Adabo has done him so much good. He's really been, exuberant in midfield. He's blocking everything. He's fighting for every second ball. And like you rightly mentioned, the second balls are very, very key. Kotoko have been winning them in the second half, and I'm not surprised they put one back now.
Well, so the action for more an hour gone already in Kumasi. So the fans are beginning to have their voices back. Oh, the lovely cut back by Kumasi Asante Kotoko winger Inuso Adam. Well, the have been talking about whether Kumasi Asante Kotoko will be able to come back from losing position to win matches against Medeama. 2 goals down the first half, and now they have been able to put one back. The fans will be expecting at least some of a response, pretty much in the stride of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, in all fairness.
You think so? You look at how good they've been this season. They've only changed the game, once or even twice, and it's not even up to, 50 minutes combined. You look at the game they played against Indiana here, where they conceded very, very early, but they came back again, and then also the only time they chilled was that defeat, to Basaki Holy Stars.
Well, the flag already gone up on offside after a lovely piece of work there by Oramwa. Well, a good response there for Medeama SC with introduction. Prince Owusu is out, and obviously expecting to have Nana Kofi Babio in the game. Nana Kofi Babio has scored just a goal for the team there, and of course he is pulling out Foggio, and Henry Nyako is also going to gain a chance to play a part there for Medeama SC.
Tactical, changes here, the switch. Very, very tactical. You need fresh limbs now. Then Babel comes into this game after scoring 3 times in that FA Cup 4-1 drubbing over Rose Park, so he has his confidence high. He won the game for them the other day against 11 Wonders, so he's really been that 12th man, literally, for them. Whenever he comes off the bench, he gets something going for them.
Medeama. Again, it's been about defensive work there for Medeama SC, trying to get themselves in a very exciting position. At least to take the game straight down to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. There's been a lot of work there from the team. Joseph Amwa has also been working hard in the game. Diving header coming through from Kamardini. Mamadou. Tell you what, the Porcupine Warriors have been advertising the long throws. Seems to be working for them in the box now to the near post, and this time it's been sent back. Joseph Amwa trying to recycle the ball into the half of Medeama. Crossing the ball into the box, it's been headed out of play.
Now the Medeama defense staying on alert. You can see them play with a flat 4 now.
Oh, Inusa. Oh, lovely play now from Inusa in the box. Inusa trying to square one down to Kwampoku. And he's been the most busiest player, the winger. His assist. There's one left to Amidou Akpa getting the goal there. And Kotoko having seen plenty of possession, constructing some quality football architecturally, trying to design something spectacular. They did design one to get a goal there. Marvin trying to take something out there, corner kick advantage. And you can see Mubarak trying to tell his player he's up, trying to be asleep there.
Yeah, it's a bit, you know, a bit casual from the Medeama defense, but they're overloading the left-hand side of the Medeama defense, where you find Paul Yeboah. He's really been the victim of those explosive attacks in the last 2-3 minutes. They are seeing more of the balls there. They're taking it then. You know, they are taking on in those 1v1 situations.
Seen the Yusuf guy Ghana get a red card for such responses there against his teammates. Tell you what, referee Alex Amwabing trying to have a word there with Mubarak. Take your time, brother. Don't be too harsh on your teammates.
So you throw it up.
Now the corner kick taken, and Cheikh have to deal with this one. Collected beautifully.
Yeah, poor ball. That's not beating Che. We saw that strike from Amidou Akpa that gave Kotoko the lifeline in this game, and it was more powerful than we're seeing now. Then, if you would want to be a team, you would want to strike the ball with more venom, more power than we've seen. But for Medeama, it's all about game management. But you'd say the energy has dropped in the second half. You know, they are not winning the 50-50 balls like they used to.
And now Medeama sometimes can charge forward here, and they have their men moving forward. Oh, lovely piece of work there. Kamara comes out and makes a save, makes himself so big. And that would have been a very disastrous way to concede a goal there, Kotoko.
That was Nakufi Babel just running, you know, just watching the shoulders and just making that swift run, staying on side. And kudos to Kamara. That was a good save. Just came out at the right time and just made himself so large.
Here comes the man again, Inusa. Trying to dink one into the box. And again, it's been very busy, this man, Inusa Adam.
He's been forceful. He's trying everything. He's throwing everything at the defense. And we spoke about that 1v1 situations with Paul Yeboah, who had to replace Desmond Buffo at the left back role. And, you know, he's having a torrid time dealing with the pace and also trickery of Inusa. He's been by far one of the best players, you know, in the red shed this afternoon. A very tricky, good dribbler. Quite unfazed by any challenge at all. We're seeing some good moves and, you know, balls from him this afternoon.
Changes of Medeama now beginning to attack, and there's going to be a foul here, a leg tackle there on Nyako.
He had to take that one. Amwa, just look at that. Nyako just dropped the shoulder, hoping Amwa will move to the wrong side, but Amwa stays on his feet. But he knew the ball was far away from reach. Just taking a leg there to catch his opponent.
Mubarak. So it was a tough game between Kotoko and Medeama. And you have your man, Kwampoku, charging forward there. Then Kwampoku struggling at least to keep his feet up. Oh, lovely worker there for Inusa. And this time, ball taken off his feet. Kotoko again coming back. I expect to see some bit of a ball into the box now. And Yako would have to pick it up here. And again, it's going to be a sliding tackle there for Chisafamwa.
And they have their game, and it's all about the second balls now, Graham. They are winning it. They are making it difficult for Medeama to, break away. We saw that hold-up play from Abdul Salam, but good recovery there. By Chisafamwa, left back position. Not a solid defender, but when defending also, when attacking, he's just great. It's been great for Kotoko.
Again, it's going to be about the stamina of the players in the game.
And I think that was that goal. Good cut back again, and you could see Mubarak doing everything he could, stretching that leg, going down in time, hoping he would just, deflect that ball. But, the intent from Amidu Akwa was just to hit that one, through everything, and like a hot knife through butter, just slid through everyone over there. Just look at that. No work chance at all for Che, and he's gradually building his confidence.
Now the Buckbound Warriors charging forward. You definitely want to see what work there his man would have to do there. It goes around Mubarak and wins a corner kick at least. It's been very much an interesting performance there for the man, and the fans will applaud his performance.
Yeah, he's been great. He's loving it, and the confidence is skyrocketing now. And the victim has always been Paul Yeboah, who is really struggling to keep up with the pace and trickery of this guy. And you'd be hoping that maybe they could double up on him, maybe double team him whenever he has the ball. You just need that to stop him, because now he's getting into his groove, and it's getting more dangerous each and every time he steps on the ball.
Another corner kick into the box, and attacked there by Kamal Dini for Medeama. I always expect Kelvin and Nkrumah to come out with their skills there, and Kotoko picks the ball back again. Another ball into the box, and Kwampoku! How unlucky was that? And again, the reaction tells it all.
And that would have been an error from Nkrumah. Just look at that, giving the ball away cheaply, but a suspension, in the direction with that forehead. Just look at that, suspended for a bit. Just couldn't direct that one on target, but nonetheless, that was a good combination from the left-hand side or right-hand side of the Kotoko attack. And Kwame Poku nearly doing what he does best.
Again, they've got very lovely opportunities there from us at Asante Kotoko. Sometimes you expect to have them react quickly. Good control there from Yako. Got Chisafamwa on his heels there as already. Chisafamwa following Peter Midwakwa and trying to find space with Kwampoku. Turns well, Kwampoku. And nearly lost possession, Kwampoku, and gives a very crossfield pass now to Inusa. Inusa cuts in beautiful. Inusa hit this one in. And straight to the arms of Che to pick it up.
It's just a matter of time before maybe we could hear, the shouting cheers from the stands, because they are knocking, they are asking all the questions, they are probing, and they are putting the Medeama defense under pressure. 1v1 again. Inusa, Paul Yeboah just goes past him as if he wasn't there. But then the execution just lacked a lot of quality there. Manages to direct it on target, but nothing in it to go past Che. They should be careful now, Medeama. The energy gradually dropping, and that of Kotoko steadily increasing, and just need to, keep their guards up and stay concentrated throughout.
There's a decision going against the Pakistan Warriors there. Well, Amwa has just been penalized, and it's going to be another change there with Philip Amo. Perhaps being given a chance to play a role in the game. And there's Philip Amo here, and Kwampoku is out. He's coming back from injuries at over 17 minutes of play. Not about at all there, but an interesting bit of it is it that he's not been able to get the goals there for Kotoko.
Yeah, he struggled. He struggled. Last season, he was by far the best player in the second round, getting him double figures in goals. But this season, looks like the injury really affecting him, and he's only scored once in the league for them, and that came in that 2-1 defeat a couple of days ago against Basake Holy Stars. And he's dropped his standards have dropped a bit, but perhaps you can make an excuse for him. He's a lethal finisher, one of the best in the league, and he'll be hoping to get back stronger. At least the club needs him now.
Kotoko really have been unbeaten in match day 12 home games in the Premier League since 1999 season. Might be the very first time they will be going down in a match day 12 home match in the Premier League. Like in 2006-2007, Kotoko beat Ashko by a goal to nil. They continue with the 300 Stars in the 2010 season. And beating Faisal back in 2013-2014 by 3 goals to nil. And they continue with the Professionals by a goal to nil back in 2015. And then also beating Talais by a goal to nil in 2021. And beat Ashko again in 2022 by 3 goals to 1. That was match day 12 home match. And they've been pretty much unbeaten in that. But now they're down by 3 goals to 1. And again in the box, another ball swung in, and Kotoko really struggling to see if they can get something going. Amidu Akwa asking Joseph Wama to come in. Medeama will pick the second ball here. Kotoko again not reacting pretty fast. Hamzata. That's a down there to goalkeeper.
Yeah, they are pinning Medeama down now. They're playing with their backs against the wall now, Medeama. It's getting difficult for them, and at this point, it's all about, you know, just picking the right spaces to attack or defend. That's it, because they've given a chunk of possession to Kotoko now, and they're doing the defending, but it's all about decision making without the ball. Where do you move into? Which space do you cover? And you need to be very intelligent, because you could see that they're gradually getting tired, and evidently we could see, you know, Abdul Salam on the turf needing, you know, some treatment there. It's getting very difficult for them. Will be perhaps one of the most difficult 3 points Medeama would ever pick, you know, in this season.
Well, interesting scenario here. Kotoko have actually scored in each of their match day 12 games in the Premier League since 1999. Scoring 10 goals in 6 games. And they have also scored here after going down 2-0 in the first half. Hamzata.
Funny enough, Aboa is trying to just regain possession for Kotoko illegally there, but just be thinking that perhaps, yeah, Medeama wouldn't be in a rush to maybe even get to go, but it's about how they defend now. There's a contradiction at the back, which I believe has been, you know, missing this evening here, especially in the second half for them. Yeah, we've spoken about the fact that they concede or do concede goals, but you know, you really need to keep your concentration level high.
Question is, do you know where the goal is going to come from? And now Kotoko would have to try everything from every angle. Amidu Akwa again. Oh, they're just hoping something will come out. His man who scored, and expecting him to score again.
He's beaming with confidence now, with his back facing the post. Just look at that, 110, just one touch, just hits that one, just couldn't direct it down. That was the trouble, that was the only problem. It wasn't a bad effort. It's not being the guy who has that long range, you know, ability, but once in a while, when you have your confidence skyrocketing as a player, you choose to try anything at all, and that's what he did there. Just hoping that at least his stars could shine on the occasion.
Well, again, has been moved down to the midfield area. And again, trying to hold down the team, not to create any of the confusion that sometimes grits the side, isn't it?
Yeah, perhaps. You talk about Samba O'Neill. What a leader he's been for Kotoko. Came in not long ago, less than 2 seasons, and already he looks to be the most important piece in the setup for Abdulkarim Zito. You know, due to his versatility, his leadership quality, and then also, you know, on the field of play, he's a quality player.
Kamardini, Medeama. Kamardini here strikes and picked up by Kamara again. They still haven't given up yet. Medeama update.
Yeah, and perhaps the third goal could be just a dagger through the heart of the Porcupine Warriors, but it was a good advanced movement from Kamardini Mahmoud. We've not seen him in those attacking positions all evening, and for the first time he moved forward and dives the shot on target. It was good from him, but they should be wary of him whenever he joins the attack.
Here comes the man who's scoring some goals there. Kotoko now beginning to find space again. Very poor play for the Porcupine Warriors. They win back possession. Still probing. Samba O'Neill might want to advertise something. Again, very poor kick there from Samba O'Neill. They also say that when it gets to these areas, you try to rugby your way in.
Yeah, that's the word, rugby your way. Yeah. It looks like that, you know, extra point, sort of thing. But again, Samba apologizes for it. He knows that was disappointing. That wasn't a shot that gets you the equalizer. But nonetheless, we spoke about him not long ago. You know, with his leadership qualities. He started this game as a centre-back, and after that injury to Hilary Lodadabo, he had to be moved into midfield, and he's done the job expertly.
Yanko cheering away from almost everybody. He's got Samba O'Neill to beat, and again his cut back has been picked up by Hamzata. And now Samba O'Neill charging forward with less 10 minutes to go plus added time. And Amidu Wakwa been given the flag has already gone up.
This time round there, on the side position, tight call, Graham. Wakwa himself can't believe it. He believes he timed his run to perfection, but yeah,
well, I'm going to tell you something very interesting there, because so it's an interesting scenario there when Kotoko plays against Basake Holy Stars. Last year in match day 8, 2024-25, Kotoko drew with Basake Holy Stars, and the next game, which was match day 6, outstanding game, Kotoko lost to Legon Cities by 2-1. And now Asante Kotoko, match day 3, outstanding game against Basake Holy Stars. They lost by 2-1, and now they are trailing Medeama by 2-1.
You always talk about history in this game. Graham, you just can't take it away from the sport. It's a part of the sport. You know, history each and every time. And this time we're seeing it again, but it's like there's a Medeama player on the turf. It could be Nkrumah, yeah. You know, could have been an off-the-ball incident, but he doesn't look good at all. Talking about the winger, he's been off the pace today. Not really that, you know, explosive, volatile runs we've seen from him in recent, you know, games that end him the call up to the Black Stars. He's always, you know, a player who would be taking the ball to you. He would want to face you, those 1v1 situations, and that's what he thrives on.
Probably checking the other score lines to see what's the scenario there. Some of the fans will not be satisfied until the team wins.
Yeah, that's what feeds them. That's food to their soul. You know, they just want the wins. They don't care how you get it. You talk about a club as huge as Kotoko, the fans always will be expectant of a win in any game they play. Any team they come up against, they just need the win. That's what you need to deliver to them. And this could be pressure, especially if it should end this way. Back-to-back defeat, 4 days apart. It's not good.
Well, the point in the argument to make there is that Morrison Donsley doesn't really score the match, but his contribution is unmatched in terms of his aggression. It's Asante Kotoko have Amidu Wakwa here. Looking to pick up Morrison Donsu, but that's Che would have to pick it up straight down to the Medeama goalkeeper.
Intention a bit clear there, trying to just lift that one over the top. Arm was just right there to shield that ball. Just knew there was no way Morrison Donsu would have gone past him. Just had to ensure that Che grabs it.
Abdul Salam now, Kamardini. And looking to run down the flanks.
And now it's just about, you know, winding down the clock. Just run it down, and that's the instructions from, you know, Ibrahim Tanko. We are not in a hurry. We are not in a haste. Yes, we'll take the third goal, but if it doesn't come, all we have to do now is to, as much as we can, play in the offensive third rather than, you know, in the middle third or defensive third.
Well, they have something to continue with the effort. Well, the Porcupine Warriors are being struggling to get themselves into the game. Hamidu Akwa here, and Mubari coming out with that tackle. The last 6 minutes or so, and now they have to have Jill coming in. He's been brought down. So there's going to be an infringement. It's a yellow card again being pulled out by the referee Alex Mwaping. Fairly tells you Mante was brought in the second half to have his name taken by the referee.
He had to take one for the team there. Yeah, he knew that Joe was peeling away. He knew he would have been trouble. He knew that he couldn't have allowed him any chance.
Well, it's time of the game. And certainly over. Morrison Donsu is being pulled out by Coach Karim Zito, and so his players will be taken there by .35 shadow player. Lawson Junior Chainana. And Kotoko still trying to get some fresh legs into the game, see what they can do in this last 5 minutes plus other time to go. They're down by 2-1, the Porcupine Warriors, and they're looking to come back heavily.
Huge opportunity, huge chance.
Samba behind the ball as well, and now it's Samba. Can he find something in the game? Well, sat net it was.
For a second, you're thinking that was a goal. What a strike that was. Technique, accurate. Just look at that. Bent it over the top of that wall. Yeah, it was a rising wall, but you know the technique was just, you know, high quality technique there, and just missed the post. You know, by a whisker. That's the quality of a player who gives everything on the pitch. You know, his versatility, yeah, one of his qualities, but then also on dead ball situations, he could go for power or equally placement, and we just saw that. He was just inches away from grabbing the equalizer with that expertly, you know, taking goal there for Medeama, Kotoko.
Samba. Hamzata. And a good ball into the box now. And Lawson just couldn't quite connect well.
I think he had it right, but came off the back of Paul Yeboah.
Manuel Mante's yellow card confirmed now.
Bad header earlier on.
But we're able to get back possession quickly, Samba. Switching now to the right-hand side. And now they charging into the Medeama box. Joe being given a chance. Struggling to keep momentum, Joe. And Yeboah is able to win back from Medeama.
A good defense there. as the concentration levels they've done so well to keep, very high. We saw some lapse in concentration, especially in the first 15 minutes after recess, but, they've been able to pick up the pieces from there. After conceding that goal scored by Vitami Dwakwa, it's been flawless from the Medeama defense.
Hamzata now. Again, a very poor pass there for Kotoko. Now Kamadi will have to take 3v3 now. And Zakaria also poorly gets the ball out of play.
Evidently, looks like tired legs there. Zakaria saying he could have just launched that one infield. Could have been another attacking opportunity for Kotoko. Just couldn't get it right. And for Medeama, they'll just love to play, in those closing minutes entirely in the attacking 10. They'll just love to control the game over there. But again, unspeakable, the tightness.
Since 2007, 2008. Medeama AC match day 12 away games in the Premier League. They beat Hearts of Oak by a goal to nil in the 2013-2014 season and lost to Hearts of Lions back in the 2014-15 season. And then they went to Young Apostles last season and beat them by 2 goals to nil. 2 wins, 1 defeat, and scored 3 goals and conceded 1 away. Kotoko will have to advertise the ball into the box now. It's been headed out of play. Only as far as Yako.
Again, you have about 7 men in defense. A line of 4, but a line of 7. Everyone just, getting back behind the ball for Medeama. It's crucial times here. Very, very crucial. Not the best time to concede. Be happy, more than happy to walk away with all 3 points. And at this point, you could see everyone just falling behind the ball.
Well, the interesting bit about the Medeama setup is that since the 2007-2008 season, anytime Medeama AC score in match day 12 away game, they don't lose, but rather go ahead to win those matches. And the only time Medeama conceded in match day 12 away game in the Premier League, they lost. And that has been a very difficult moment there. And so 7 minutes of added time. Now Medeama AC match day 12 away game. They are leading by 2 goals to 1 against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And yet they went ahead to score 2 goals in the first half. And now Kotoko have to come back in the second half to halve the deficit. But with the 7 minutes of added time, would that be the narrative there for, or will the narrative change? Still looking for some moment there. Kotoko, Hamzata. The fans are expecting a lot of firepower there from the man in red. They try to come back quietly with the ball into the box. And again, hasn't really been able to connect beautifully as expected. Medeama will now have to pick things up. Here comes O'Neill. Now the player down. Looking for some bit of space. Gives the ball away. Samba O'Neill here. Try this one again. Always going with the high balls of Samba O'Neill. Want to see if we can get a spectacular goal there in the game. Doesn't really look good there for the young man, isn't it? Asante Kotoko have been unbeaten in their last match day 12 games in the Premier League since 1999, really. Continue to move up. Kotoko really have scored in each of their last 5 seasons in match day 12 games in the Premier League, scoring 10 goals in 5 games. And they have been really unbeaten in the last 5 seasons match day 12 games, having picked up 4 wins, drawn 1, and scoring 10 goals and conceding 3. Disappointing what really happening to them this season. In terms of our performance, they've scored goals. Now they have an opportunity now. With Joseph Farmer down, something much from behind. And just run around Yanko and had to nick him from the ankle. That's how the Tramps will continue to warm up here, awaiting the equalizing goal for the Porcupine Warriors. Medeama goalkeeper really looking forward to coming out with some bit of heroics there in the game. He approached the last breath of the game in terms of added time. We're expecting a lot of work there for his team and shouting for a goal there, Kotoko. It's been difficult for them, the Porcupine Warriors, to come out with something, and ball lifted up. And this has scored! The equalizing goal has come from Kumasi Asante Kotoko eventually. Samba O'Neill, who's been trying from long range, now balances the equation for Kumasi Asante Kotoko with the equalizing goal in added time. Asante Kotoko continued the unbeaten run the last 6 seasons in match day 12 games in the Premier League. Now before this, they have gone unbeaten, and it appears that they continue with Samba O'Neill. What a goal there from the Tanzanian. Was able to soar above everybody and notch home the equalizing goal there. And Kotoko will feel they are still in the hunt for the Premier League title. Absolutely delightful moment there from the fans. The captain showing his prowess as captain. Fantastic for Kotoko. And the Porcupine Warriors have scored in each of their last 5 seasons in match day 12 games. And now they make it 11 goals in 6 games. And Medeama equally are also unbeaten in their last 7 seasons, match day 12 games in the Premier League. Won 6, have drawn 1, and scored 11 goals and conceding 1. And also scored in each of their last 7 seasons, match day 12 games, scoring 11, but they have scored 2 goals here. 13 goals in 13 games in match day 12 games, and Christopher Moore seemed to have an issue there, crawling off the pitch there for some bit of attention. Maybe muscle sprain there. To the last seconds of the added time. Samba O'Neill takes one forward. And now still Kotoko struggling to keep momentum in the game, then conceding the foul there halfway line of Medeama SC. Karim Zito will be excited. Both teams maintaining their prowess there in match day 12 games, and that's the foul. Be the final kick of the day. A bit disappointed there from Tanko. Trying to ping the ball just on themselves as they stride forward. Kotoko. Medeama want to come in and see if they can advertise something. There's an opportunity to go forward. Here comes Medeama SC. Nyako. Throws one into the box. And again, it's Kotoko charging forward and trying to put the balls. To put some of the pressure down on the Medeama SC. There's a man in move there. Keep pushing. And I have a chance to advertise something forward there, Medeama. Not done yet. We're trying to push them out of the line. Kotoko will clear the lines. Only as far back as moving yellow. And now they turn defense into attack. Kotoko. Another ball forward. Very poor ball taking. And Medeama will now have to move here. They have a chance. And Kotoko really coming back defensively to clear the lines. And now Kotoko charging forward here. So trying to see what they can do in this game. We'll have a player down. Kotoko, the free kick given to them. Alex Mwaping. The fans are trying to see if there might be a moment there where he continues to win the game. And so both sides continue the unbeaten run in match day 12 games in the Premier League. Kotoko scoring in each of the last 5 seasons, match day 12 games, and Medeama continue with their scoring form in the last 7 seasons, match day 12 games. And both sides continue to display their quality in the Premier League. Hard-fought draw there for both sides. It started off by Medeama SC with 2 goals under 20 minutes. For Joe, the first goal there. And of course, Mubarak Yusuf scoring a penalty. But Peter Midwaka coming back in the second half to have the deficit. And Samba O'Neill making sure that he got a equalizing goal eventually in the other time to square things up here for both sides. It ends here at the Barra Stadium. Kotoko 2, Medeama 2.
Sporting Club. And guess who got a goal for Kotoko, the equalizer in the 5th minute of added on time? It was their captain, Samba O'Neill, who rose highest to not home that Lord Amwa free kick, and it ended 2-2. 1 point apiece for both clubs heading into match day 13. I've been joined by the head coach of Medeama Sporting Club, Ibrahim Tanko. Coach, what a game it was. Would you say you lost concentration down the line, and that was how come you are leaving with 1 instead of 3?
Yes, I think it's all right. I mean, we lost concentration, and honestly, I should say also, we have to make changes because of injuries, and yeah, it was really, really painful. I mean, after leading 2-0 and 2-2, but I mean, this is football. We have to go and then work on our mistakes.
Coach, first 45 minutes, you dominated 2 goals. You went into the second half with a 2-0 lead. Now, would you say you just didn't do your adjustments right, and tactically, you just gave away those 2 goals?
Yes, I think, like you said, I mean, maybe we changed a bit earlier. So last 20 minutes, we don't have anyone to change, and you could see that some of our players are really tired. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, it's football. I mean, normally before the game, if you say I should take 1 point, I will agree. But how the game went, definitely we deserve the 3 points. But that's football.
Bafo out, we saw Fuzi. What happened to those 2 players?
Yeah, I mean, Bafo had a knock, and I think Fuzi, he had a malaria before the game, and I think, yeah, the energy is off, so we have to change it.
Interesting. But looking at this game, do you think that heading to the next game, injury situations wouldn't be a problem? Because we've seen 2 players leave the pitch due to injuries.
No, I think we have to, I mean, definitely the doctors will look at them and then give us the feedback, but I hope that they will be fit in the next game.
Thank you very much for your time, and wishing you a safe journey back to Sakwa. That was the head coach for Medeama Sporting Club, Ibrahim Tanko. After that pulsating 2-2 draw, he believes that they just couldn't keep their concentration levels intact, and that gave or led to they giving away that cheap goal, or that goal which actually led to a 2-2 draw after full time. I now have Prince Yawusu here with me. I spoke to him at halftime. He's joined me at full time here at Pitside. Coach, good game for you. Are you happy with the draw?
Yeah, I think I'll tell you the fact. I'm happy. Because we couldn't go out here losing all the 3 points. It was very, very tough for us. But the boys did very well to fight, give a second half, a good fight like that. So we are very, very happy with the results. We're okay. We just look out for the next game.
You spoke about giving away cheap balls, but then I believe there was a pep talk at halftime. What was it?
Yeah, it was seriously talk. We could no way go out of here this game with a lose. Definitely, I think we've gotten a point here. I'm okay with it. Because if you look at our schedule, it's been a very busy one. We've been all over the country, I tell you. And then to come and perform this way with one of the best teams in the league now, I think the boys have done very, very well.
Interested, but then you had 2 number 9s on the pitch, Morfin Donzo and then also Kwame Poku. Are you disappointed that they couldn't get you the goals? You had to draw them out, and we rather saw Peter Amiduakwa and then also Samba O'Neill getting you the goals today?
Yes, I think all of them, we do the same practice as well. But it was not their day to get us a goal. But those 2 guys came in and then did the job. So we are happy with what they did.
Now, going forward, what are you going to change? Too many injuries in the team. Are you looking at managing their loads, or you're just going to continue going like you are?
All what we needed was to have a full week practice to, pull those guys in. Some of them are ready, but we needed to have a full training session with them before we can bring them on the pitch.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, so that's Prince Yaosu. He is the assistant coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and he says that, yeah, after chasing the game, went 2 down, they'll take 1 point because it's better than none after the game, and 2-2. Now, I'm here with the man of the match. What a game he had. 2 assists for him. The first goal, a cutback for Amiduakwa. The second goal, a cross into the box for Samba O'Neill. Lord Amwa is our man of the match. Congratulations, Lord. Now, game no one say, are you okay with performance result I'm
talking about results I think so be disappointed. And yes, I'm but it's me next time, going forward, I say who they will say, and a team I say some setbacks be able going forward. No, I think say they are very fine.
Yeah, performance so as first goal, second goal, now my assist no. Kotoko which mean 1 point. Then I work our performance no.
I know they are like I say coaches and I say a coach in almost send a cutbacks and pull out, send me say and I free kicks and so yeah, there be a coach and so like you practice it. And you be one will be
Now, after what draw have lose to Basake, do you still want to win the league? Munya league now, when it's Sanso da league, so
of course, Eveji.
Mobeti League. Okay, thank you very much. Man of the match in this pulsating game here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. That was Lord Amoa. 2 assists on the day in that 2-2 draw, and he was just unplayable. Now, my panel joins me, Jeffrey Asari. Before the start of the game, you mentioned a tight game, Jeffrey. Now, just look at the end result, and do you think it just is a fair reflection of what we saw, the result?
Well, I think that, yes, to some extent. Kotoko came back strongly in the second half. I thought that Medeama were playing too deep for the latter stage of the first half, and in the second half they were playing too deep. You don't do that. You are leading Kotoko by 2 goals, and I said it earlier on, you don't play too deep. Manage the game, retain possession, close gaps, because Kotoko will come attacking, and Kotoko came very Morudin, brilliantly. They came attacking, making sure that they were stretching the defense of Medeama. If you look at the first goal, the cut back from Amoa, that found Peter Midwakwa, you realize that, you see, Mobare couldn't deal with it very well. And at that moment, you need a lot of experience and maturity. That cutback was the moment that sent the first goal. And immediately that goal comes in, you expect Kotoko will push. Look, Samba O'Neill on 3 occasions, the goal is scored. He's tried 2 already before that goal came. Yeah. So this was a team that said, listen, we've lost again, Basake. We have to make sure that we get the point here, no matter what. Show of character and resilience.
Well, but what do you think Ibrahim Tanko and Medeama failed to do? We saw them heading into the recess with a healthy 2-0 lead. Now, after 90 minutes, it's 2-2. What did they fail to do?
You want to be league champion, this bad attitude. The players should know that at every point in time, when you come to a place like Kumasi, it's rare to lead Kotoko by 2 goals. When you do that, you must protect your lead. You must. There's no excuse. Look, the first goal that was considered defensive blunder. Second goal, no. You have to. These are the matches that make the players top player. These are the matches that make the players believe that, look, we have what it takes to win the league. You can't sleep like that. There's no excuse for it. The players that came from Eric Nyako, Samama, when Manoma take him, you realize that Fuzi was having issues with misplacing passes. When Manoma take him, he was not having proper grip like Fuzi was doing. And when that happens, you have problem because you create more gaps and then it will be exploited.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey Asali. Sorry, but all too soon we have to call it a wrap on this presentation brought to you by Adesa Productions Limited. We're live on TV3. We're live on Unia TV as well as on Max TV. My name is Giselle Kukwe. Don't forget that match day 12 concludes tomorrow at the University of Ghana Stadium, where it will be 11 Wonders taking on James FC in another much anticipated game. Thanks so much for making time. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.